So we should
Live
be on
on
YouTube,
Facebook.
Facebook, and Twitch.
Excellent.
Hopeful say
Hello,
something, and
everyone.
then somebody make sure that we can hear him.
Hello, hello, hello. I mean, we should be able to hear hopefully.
All right.
Juke, can you hear us on Twitch or any of these streaming platforms?
Trina, can you hear us on Twitch or Facebook, wherever you're watching us at?
This is the best way for every event to start. Is this thing on? Like,
Yeah, honestly.
that's how it goes. So, Hopeful, why don't you slight echo? Let me turn down my volume. Okay, that'll help. All right. So,
Hi, Drow. How you doing?
yeah, Hopeful, why don't you kind of kick us off?
Welcome,
You've got the agenda, right?
Well, that might be something that you can send over to me. But yeah, there's some things that we can start with. Absolutely. Today I'd like to definitely welcome everyone first and foremost to the stream. Here we have N2E professionals, or NFT to earn, if you will, and the Sneakerhead Society. So that's Sir Cactus, or I don't know what name did you put underneath.
Oh no, I forgot to change that. This is
What is that?
I've done well. That is a long word, my guy. Hold on just one moment. I can fix that. It was my stand-in word for whoever was going to be speaking.
Plenipotentiary?
Plenipotentiary. It's never mind. I'll get into that another time.
We'll talk about this later, like another time. Yeah.
So
Marco,
we have Marco.
Marco.
That's how you spell your name, right?
Or yeah, and then I same like that is how you spell his name, and then I would also add the same caveat, right? That we have Samuel Win PhD. You gave him a nice little thing. Okay, well yeah, we can just have Marco, otherwise known as Sir Cactus. So Sir Cactus Marco, he is the CEO of the Sneakerhead Society. He joins us here today for our Ask Me Anything collaborative event, in which we kind of go through the nuance between N2E Pro and TSS, the partnership that blossoms here today. We do have some just background information. We're gonna do a little bit of intro from our end, then we'll ask Marco to kind of fill in the gaps there, and then we have here our very own CEO Samuel, or Dr. Win, Win PhD, of course, the gamer doc himself. And so he'll give you a very brief elevator pitch of what N2E Pro represents, NFT to earn.com, and our whole um, philosophy on gaming and what we bring to that space. So we have, like I said, Marco here, the CEO of TSS. He has a background in finance. Um, that's all I'm going to really share on a personal level. I'll let him fill in some of those more personal gaps. But TSS was created, in other words, from what we understand, um, as an engagement platform to facilitate expansive sneaker utility in the sneakerhead community. And that goes beyond just being, a sneaker collector. Let's just start there. So there's a lot of nuance that is to be expected from this partnership. As you can imagine, what does gaming have to do with sneakers? Well, we're going to get into that a little bit here. So let's start off with Marco. Do you want to give us just a little intro for the crowd, the community, our listeners?
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for having me here. Thank you for everyone that is tuning in today to this fantastic AMA. So my name is Marco. I'm the CEO and founder of another one, and also the founder of co-founder of the Sneaker Society. So as you mentioned, it is a PFP project. It was launched in 2021. The let's say that it reflects the DNA of our team because we are all sneakerheads. We're all passion. Let's say sneaker connoisseur, uh, and we all share the same passion. So I would say that the sneaker culture is pretty much something that resemble the NFT community in the Web3 space. Because what the community of the NFT holders is doing since 2021, we sneakerheads we've been doing the same thing since the 80s. like queuing and let's say whitelisting, queuing outside the shop, creating that line of trust between different groups and of people that trade the sneakers for the authenticity. But most and foremost is the being part of a community. So everyone now that he's part of a community, either a blue chip NFT community, I don't, I won't make name any name, or like a new coming NFT community. It's like where you belong, like where you identify yourself. We sneakerheads, we did this in the past. Like, are you an Air Jordan guy? Are you an Air Max guy? Are you like an Easy guy? So I think
Adidas,
that's the
Puma, all kinds. Yeah, everybody, right? There's just so many
oh,
different kinds of sneaker.
definitely.
Oh, we
Yeah,
need
so
Cheetah here
that's
to
what
yell at
brought
us
us
about how we
to
pronounce
create.
that.
That's what brought us to create this project, and the background is essentially being part of a community where you can meet trusted people to share your own hobbies and passion, and of course, like expression of your own lifestyle. I read a white paper from Heisnobite in 2020. I remember that it was about the needs of the new generation to self-expression through their clothing, through what they wear, and I do believe that this dynamic is also translating in the Web3 words with what you own, which community you belong to. So
Right.
it is
Yeah.
self-expression, but also it's like your digital
Digital
avatar
expression, your
becomes,
identity.
yeah,
Yeah.
becomes your like identity that is more merged
Uh,
into what we're gonna be discussing later, Fugital.
Right. Right. We'll get into that. We'll get into that. That was a nice little intro. Appreciate that. Let's flip it. Let's do a real quick flip on that. So, Dr. Win, can you give us the same? Give us a quick pitch on NFT to earn and how we're gaming professionals, what we bring to the table, what we're all about.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Hi, everyone. Yep, I'm Sam here, also known as Dr. Win. Is one of my gaming personas. If we go way back in time, I use the name Smatikin just to play on my first name. Been gaming for a long time, either professional or semi-professional level. Mostly in games that are MMO based, where you're connecting, large groups of people in large guilds and trying to accomplish a task in the games that we love and enjoy playing. I've got an extensive background as well. CEO, executive level management, on down to middle management, service delivery and things like that, in the service business for some of the largest companies in the world. And you know, when I saw what was happening in this space, particularly with what blockchain technologies, smart contracts, and with NFTs was doing to gaming, that's when I decided, you know what, I'm done with the corporate world. And now this is our time. We called up all of our old gamers that we'd been playing with and had associated with over the years, and we formed the company NFT to Earn. We started when the NFT was at the hype there, or right before that, and built a community out of that, and quickly saw that there was some economic problems in most of the models that were set up at it with an NFT, model within the game as far as play to earn. And our solution to that was connecting in multiple gaming partners and multiple communities, such as the Sneakerhead Society and other musicians, et cetera, into this space. If you look at a collectible like a sneaker or an NFT or really anything, there's two things that make it valuable. One is it's in demand, and
Mhm.
two, there's community connected to it. The more people that are connected to a particular collectible or a particular project, the more value and excitement there's going to be around that project. And so we saw the need for that and the need for connecting all of that together, which will also provide revenue for these projects that are NFT based. It provides you can't create money from nothing. So now you've solved an economic problem in all of these spaces. So imagine if, if you're a sneakerhead, um, and you want to connect with you're going to like other things other than just sneakers. You're going to be there might be music that you're interested in, that you might be interested in gaming, you might be interested in fashion and shopping. You
Right.
need to have a place. When Marco was saying you have your identity with what community you connect to, or a lot of people started terming as what metaverse you connect with and associate with, right? What project are you involved in? You have all of these metaphors that's out there, but there's actually nothing that really connects them all together into the greater what's called the megaverse, right? That's
Right.
where NFT to earn comes in. Is our goal is to connect all of these communities together, and we started as professional gamers, and that's kind of where our angle is. And we do have some exciting things coming out on our side. We have got our own game that we're working on that is going to push the envelope of what can be done in gaming. There's things that we're doing that there's just no other game out there is doing what we're going to be doing with gaming. I know Sneakerheads has some gaming stuff that they're doing as well, and we'll get into that. And I'm sure that you guys have got a lot of questions already from what Marco has said and from what I have said of, hey, how can I get involved as an individual and be part of this? I'm going to go ahead and stop
Right.
there. There's a lot more that I can tell about NFT
Yeah,
to
no,
earn.
I was gonna cut you off. You know me, Sam. I can't let you ramble, dude. You'll keep us here and give us ideas. We'll
Give
go
him the
through
axe.
plan after
Somebody get
plan.
the
Yeah,
hook.
yeah. He gets he's getting the hook, the old like theater hook where they yank him out of the side. All right, all right. So thank you both for that. That the intros were expansive, phenomenal, informative. Um, and there were some things in there that I learned from Marco, right? There were some nuance there that we can build upon, right? So initially, as I understood it, the Sneakerhead Society was a PFP project that made a transition into a more community-driven lifestyle brand and experience project. So that's something that not many people were able to do successfully, and they did almost flawlessly. And they have their whole community behind them, and it's a great thing because now they're building upon that. And here we get into the meat of our AMA, right? We have some questions for you, Marco, that we would love to get into. Some of them have to do with the phygital utility, right? We'll get into the very first question. I don't want to lead too much, but our first question for you today is how will TSS bridge the gap between physical collector communities and digital ones? So as you know, when we first met, I had told you how I have connections to some of the bigger foot brands, in the world, Checkmark, Adidas, um, and Doc Martens, things like that. I'm an avid sneaker person or shoe person innately by nature. Um, I do it every day. I work with materials every day. I love it. So how can that how do we bridge that gap?
I believe you're muted. Uh, hold on.
Did you
We lost his audio.
okay. Can we fix on the fly?
I don't think it's on our end.
Let's go to
Oh.
Discord, stage channel. Let's go here. Let's go here. I wanna check. So I don't see your mic light up on
Yeah,
the
we're going to be
stage
able to hear
channel.
each other, but
Yeah,
feed
it's
through.
yeah, your mic's not coming through Discord right now.
That's gonna be in the Discord settings, Marco. You just have to go to Discord, click on user settings, and then there's voice and video. You're going to have your input device and your output device should be at the very top. And you might have to select some new ones. So those directions one more time was, the little cogwheel, user settings. You want voice and video, and then input device and output device. Those are the ones you got to mess with. So in the meantime, so we don't, while
Bear
Marco's
with us, guys. No
yeah,
worries.
finagling with that. Bear with us. Still much more to go through. In the meantime, I can discuss a little bit about what I know again. Um, Marco is actually in a sunny part of the world, whereas it is nighttime where we are. So that's one thing to note. Um, TSS holders. So as we understand it, there's TSS is somewhat of an OG project. So I imagine the holders of TSS NFTs are going to be connected to things. Um, none of this obviously confirmed unless Marco, his team, confirmed these things. But there's nuance, there's community building. It's as Marco mentioned, it's a trust that is being built between the nuance of TSS and TSS community and their partners. Um, so let's see what else we can do to see if we can't remedy this. It's a good thing at least we don't have an issue on Streamlabs.
So I might be able to turn up his mic so that he can be heard, but then you guys wouldn't actually be able to hear anything that he was saying.
Hmm.
Okay, so I can yeah, I've
Hello?
turned you up in Streamlabs so that I can hear you, but you're not coming through on Discord still.
Oh, that's
Okay, so if he is coming through though on Streamlabs, we'll be able to get his audio out to Twitch and YouTube and Facebook, just not Discord, right? Just not the
Right,
venue.
and you guys won't be able to hear any of his responses to your questions.
Okay, well,
oh.
that's
Let me.
interesting how we had his audio and then just lost
Yeah,
it.
it just
Okay.
like cut out. So he's just gonna dip from the stage for a minute and maybe restart Discord or something. See if that
Okay.
helps.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, technology.
Let me
Excellent. Well,
try to join
we
again on
can
Discord.
continue on
Okay.
and keep talking about some of the exciting things about how the community can get involved individually. Um, there is one way that I can think of the best way for all of you guys to get
Oh,
involved
we
and
can hear your
stay
mouse
connected.
clicking through Discord. It's working.
Oh,
Hello.
go ahead,
Hello.
Marco. All
Yeah.
right, we'll let
I'm
Marco
back.
continue.
Excellent.
Fantastic. Apologize.
No,
Technology.
no.
Yeah, technology.
That's yeah. Okay.
It's been a running theme around
So,
here.
Let me rephrase. Let me rephrase the question. Let's get a fresh start, right?
Alright,
Let's
alright,
do it all
alright.
fresh again.
Let's go back to the quiz.
Yep. So the question again: How will TSS bridge the gap between physical collectors, much like myself, physical collector communities, and digital ones?
Well, I have to tell you, when we first launched the collection, we were very much surprised that most of our original holders, it was the first NFT that they ever bought. They say,
Oh,
I never bought, I never bought an NFT. I'm not an NFT person. I don't know anything about blockchain, but I love sneakers and I like your art. So I just aped in because I like the I like the art. I
they
like
just degened
the
it. I
vibe.
love it.
Yes. Exactly. So we were able to get like those Web2 people into our collection, and that was the first sign where we thought, I think we can do a little bit more, and then trying to use the sneakers as a common ground to bring together a lot of people from different communities. As you said before, people that as Dr. Win was saying before, all the people that likes sneakers, they may like also music, they may like other kind of let's say passion and hobbies. And what we thought is, if you like sneakers, you probably overlap with a lot of other communities. Rappers, music, they like sneakers, and they do sneakers. Tattoo artists, tattoo people, they love sneakers as well. We
Yep.
recently sponsor a tattoo conference in Milan, and we give away some sneakers. We did some people tattoo themselves sneakerheads. That was impressive because it's the power of the community. That's and the identity that we have, that people want to tattoo our PFP collection. And then we thought, okay, let's use sneakers as the tool for aggregating those lifestyle community, and then give the possibility for people to enjoy benefits and perks being part of our community. So the point is, like, again, building the trust and using a tool that is like the sneaker is like a cultural product, I would say, because through different years and collection, I think like the sneakers industry made history and
Yeah.
created like some topic moments in our recent ages that can be defined by different collection and version of sneakers. So we wanted to use this to to aggregate people, and that's how we I think the first way to bring Web2 people and physical collectors to come along our community and the Web3 communities.
Yep. Wonderfully spoken. Appreciate that. That's it makes sense to me because I remember like the first couple NFTs that I messed around with, right? And it was under that same nuance that okay, well, this is something that I appreciate, right? I like your art. I like what you're doing. It was kind of like anime esque related. So I was like, yeah, I like anime. I like One Piece. I like all these things. So when you tell me about those people who ape in, they're just like, yeah, no, I don't have no idea what blockchain is, dude, but I like sneakers. Let's go. And they're just like
Correct. It's like
giving,
I have no idea what I bought.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
then
and it
they're
absolutely can't be overstated how significant it is that a project is able to bring people who have no
together like
blockchain
that, and
interest or
it's
experience in.
powerful. Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
that's really good to hear.
Alrighty. So that was good. That was good. So this kind of leads into the phygital utility kind of aspect of what we understand. And the next question would be, what further utility does a TSS NFT grant to its user beyond what the previous question outlined, which would be bringing people together, opening up avenues for other communities and other things that sneakerheads would appreciate, like gaming, fashion, music, tattoos. What other utilities does it bring to the table that you can share
Yeah,
now?
the
I
one.
I, I should say.
Of course. I have to talk to my lawyers first. I'm joking, but the first utility is because we are all part of this world, the sneakers world, and we love raffles. We love the chance to win something or wait extensive hours just to get the grail that maybe I can wear, maybe I can resell. So and that's what creates a bonding between the NFT people and the sneakerhead people, because we were doing the flipping way way before that the Web3 space born. So I guess the first utility that identifies as the TSS community is the possibility to access to our raffle. So every month we have a raffle. You own a TSS NFT. You have
Right.
one ticket for the raffle, and then we also have a system of engagement where the more you're engaged, the more you can have the chance to
Very
higher
much.
your ranking and get other prizes that we have. We did a lot of rewards and prizes last year because with another one that is the bigger group on Digital. There were a collection. We launched collection of sneakers. N2E Meta was one of the first Italian-made digital sneaker interoperable in the central end. And with TSS, we were distributing these sneakers through our community. So we did giveaway. So raffles and giveaway are part and like component of our system of our community. One of the main perks. The second perk is the possibility to get uh, merchandising that is digital. So we recently created this new merchandising that is a T-shirt that is called Flex MetaFlex TSS MetaFlex. So the goal of the merchandising is to introduce the upcoming game of TSS that will be the Sneakerheads Rebellion on Sandbox.
Hmm.
The TSS Metaflex, the T-shirt. I know there are a lot of information, but I need to I need to combine everything to explain. The TSS Metaflex allow the user to have the physical part, the physical garment, the digital garment, and also the possibility to earn rewards having offline engagement in the events that we created or events that are created by our partners. In this
Right.
case, will be offline events for sneakers, sneaker convention, tattoo convention, music concerts. So anything that is within the vibe of the TSS community,
A
anything that is
gaming tournament, for example.
a gaming tournament, for example.
Right.
Exactly. That's what the advantage also of being part of our community and having our NFT brings, because it will bring you advantage to participate and to also be rewarded in those events, where it's simply having the NFT or wearing one of the merchandise official merchandising that we distribute only to the holders.
Very cool. That's quite the answer to a question. I gotta say, that's a lot of utility. And forgive me, but it sounds like there's some gaps there. So there might be more that builds into, especially considering the enormous amount of partnership potential. So you have so many different industries that leak into a love for shoes. Um, so it's quite awesome to understand that the people who decide to hop on board with the sneakerhead society, who support the partners, hop in these gaming tournaments with N2E Pro, they're going to be rewarded in some way, shape, or form that's amicable to them, that they like, that they appreciate, and they come to know and love from TSS. It sounds great. I really like that, and I like the fact that you mentioned the game. So a sandbox game, right? We can talk about, maybe if you'd like, share the platform that this game is being built on, or excuse me, the engine in which this game is being built. I would like to ask the standard question that I do have ready for you. What kind of info can you give us about the game? What can you share at this point? Um, and before we get into the game, um, I do want to lay this little seed. We did talk about a comic book. So let's talk about the game, but I want to plant that seed. I want to get a little bit of info about that comic book out of you. So let's talk about the game. Give me whatever you can about the game. Let's go.
All right, all right. So we're building this game on Sandbox. It's
Okay.
called the Sneaker Rebellion. The release date is not yet official, but should be by the end of Q3.
Wow.
Um,
Okay.
and actually, for those people that are watching the stream, this is the T-shirt Metaflex that I mentioned before.
Oh,
And if
that's
you
sick.
see in the background, those are our characters, our
Oh,
TSS
that's sick.
characters. So what we created is, because at the beginning with the PFP collection, we use some of the silhouettes that we love, that we like, as reference, but we didn't create something like innovative, because we used something that was existing in the market. So with the new collection, because before launching the game, we are launching a new collection that is Sneaker VX, so Voxel collection. They are the interoperable in-game assets, in-game character to play our game experience.
Right.
What we decided is, let's go crazy and let's start how you're supposed to build a game. So when you build a game, what do? You have the story, right? So you do the storyboard of the game. But I went like some step behind and say, let me build the narrative universe. Let me build the
Right.
Bible of sneakerheads. Star Wars, all those big saga, they all have the Bible where you put all the content, and then you take pieces to create season 1, season 2, season
Right.
25 of merchandising or anything. So we created the Bible of sneakerheads. I hired 5 writers to create the sneakers, and we wanted to do it from scratch. So we
I'm
built
glad to
this
hear that
world that
some
is
of
called
my
Hyperia.
contemporaries are getting hired. Oh, it's so nice to hear.
So we created the world of Hyperia, that is inhabited by sneakerheads. And then we
Right.
created two major factions, sneakerheads and yops. The sneakerheads are the stylish one, the one that,
Did you say yops?
yes, because
I
of
love this.
course we couldn't use like Crocs, that would be like the anti sneaker anti sneakerhead, right? So we created the sneakerheads and the yops. The sneaker stylish, the always like free of expression is the way to be. Yops, they're more like they're not lazy, but they are more efficient. They don't
Cookie
care about style.
cookie cutter, yeah, they're all the same kind of.
Exactly.
They want to do things
Yeah,
by the
yeah, yeah.
book.
Exactly. And they wear Crocs, Hughes, Birkenstock, sandals.
With
So
socks.
that socks, of course. So this is the universe that we created, and to create this universe, we also create 10 gangs. So the 10 gangs are distributed between sneakerheads and yobs, and then of
Mhm.
course, what's happening when you put sneakerheads and yobs together? The war, because yes, they fight. They cannot stand each other at a point, and then this is the game. The game starts when the first shoe war was ended,
Mhm.
and the Yobs took control over Hyperia. So sneakerheads, that's why it's sneakers rebellion, because they need to get back
Need
to
to
their
rise up.
position and they need to rise. So this is when you start a game. You start a game in a cage, and I cannot tell more, but you start a game and you have to free the sneakerheads. So this is the goal of the season 1 of the game for sneakerheads. Now you mentioned the comic book, right?
Yes.
Um, the goal of the comic book will be introduce people and gamers to the world of Hyperia
Right.
before what happened uh, in the game. So before the starting point of the game, the comic book is the introduction of all main character, all the groups of sneakerheads, all the clans.
So it's
The
our lore prologue.
Could
It's
I
our yeah.
perhaps
Here, go
butt
for it.
in? Might I trouble you for a genre of this comic book? Are we talking drama? Are we talking like gritty, or are we talking
Well,
like very very
I think
comedy? Like
I think it's rebellious adventure. Like it's kind of like an
I'm
angsty
I'm curious
rebellious
the
adventure.
the vibe of presentation, like the
vibe.
tone you're going for with
All
the
right, all
comic. I'm
right.
really curious.
So you you have to think that TSS, the Sneaker Society, it's playful
Right.
community. We
Yeah.
we there is something that my father always told me when I start working. Is like never take yourself too serious. Like make always a little fun of yourself, because if you take yourself too serious, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work with anyone. It's not gonna work in your work, because you need to be a little bit playful and like
Hmm.
be able to even take criticism and like just make fun of it sometimes. So that's the vibe that I wanna imprint into the community. Playful. So of course there is a little bit drama, but in a playful way. You just have to think that it's a comic book about a group of people that were defeated in the war, and like now they're outcasted. So there is a little bit of sadness. There is a willing to like raise again. Everything is made uh, in a very playful way, and of course there are like some choice of wording that belongs to the sneakerheads word, where you have shoe scraper. Oh, the main expression is all my shoes.
Yeah.
So
That
we
that
we make
actually
we
sounds
make it
fantastic.
yeah, we make it funny, but not to be lame. Because of course has to be stylish. I mean, we're talking about sneakers at the end of the day, and we're talking about like pop culture.
Yes.
So that's the general vibe of the comic book. I'm so excited because we actually released the first page of the comic book. And the graphic, the artist that we hired is an Italian artist that is pretty much involved in the comic book creation. His name is Marco Pace. He's an artist. He's a painter, but has a passion for comic book, and also we wanted to go like very traditional. So all the table are handwritten and also the lettering is handwritten. We don't use the
Oh wow,
computer lettering, so it's like old
Oh,
style, like
that
very
is very
artistic.
stylish.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
that's gonna be cool.
So this is
that's what we
a
want to
question
bring.
from our chat, from one of yours, I think. So where will that end up being released? Where would people look for those when they are published?
The comic book will be freely mintable by our NFT holders.
The
So if
holders
you
of the
own,
Okay,
TSS.
yeah,
so that's
if
how
you own
you're
an
that's how you're
NFT, you
getting those
can.
comic books, guys.
Well, no, otherwise, well,
Yes.
no, that's not true. Hold on. Because, so get this. So this is a free market, Krunaki, as you know. So I'm going to drop some knowledge on you. So someone
As
is
I
going
know.
to go ahead and mint for free their comic book, and perhaps they've got a couple TSSs. So they're going to mint sequentially with all their assets. Now, they might have more than one or two. They're going to put the extras on the market for people like me to come and snag up because I want them,
Right.
right?
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
But
correct.
Little
but
economics
what that
101 with
person doesn't
Hopeful here.
understand, yeah, what that person doesn't understand is that I'm also gonna try to snipe a TSS NFT on the market that hasn't been redeemed yet. So I'm gonna have the one that I bought and another one to redeem for free, so I can give one to my wife so she doesn't beat me up.
That's true. That's true. And I think I because I can definitely share um, the the first page of the comic book because it's this is
Okay, okay.
official. Let me see here.
So we're getting a little
Yeah.
sneak peek here, everybody. Okay.
We got a
So
we got another question
Uh,
as well, asking about if the comic books will provide access and utility to other parts of the TSS ecosystem. So they are themselves a feature of another NFT's utility, but do they have their own own further utility as well?
yeah, yeah. So the order of the comic book in the NFT digital version will allow to participate to the extraction of 100 lucky people that will have the physical copy because this will be super limited edition. Um, the older of the NFT of the comic book, of course, will have also advantages because the comic book will be an asset that you need to have in order to complete certain task in the game and in the future gaming experience that we will do. So the older of the NFT of TSS will need to go through a series of let's say collectibles that we released, and most of them are airdrop, so they're for free. We don't want to monetize on our community, but we want them
mm,
engaged. So they need to
right.
hold those NFT. They need to do all those airdrop. They need to follow the story because all the airdrop that we're doing lately are related to the story. We airdrop Sir Cactus myself that is
Oh, I think we lost
I'm
you.
wondering. Yeah, I'm wondering if we lost Marco.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I can't hear him anymore. I did lose him
No, we
on my
lost his
end.
audio and his video. Um,
Huh? No.
hold on.
Oh my goodness gracious. Hold on, Chad. Hold on. We'll see if we can't, cause let's see if we're gonna fix this right now.
Whoop. Okay, I think he's probably either run out
Savage.
of battery or uh-oh.
Uh,
We'll get him back eventually. It says he's still
yeah,
on Discord.
yeah, we still have him on the
He
stage,
got
albeit
capped
we
by the
can't.
sneakerhead enemies. Oh no.
Yeah, yeah. Freeman is going ham over there.
Hold on.
Hyperion Ops got him. Yui Hanabi has some banger questions, so good on you, Yui Hanabi.
Yes, I can.
You can hear him. I can't hear him at all. How can you hear him?
Probably because I'm on hearing him through Discord or through Streamlabs.
He's not in
I,
Streamlabs. You'll need to rejoin Streamlabs, but I couldn't hear him in Discord at all.
Hey, he
Oh, we
needs to
gotta
come
invite
back
him
up on
back up.
stage. There we go. Got it. Okay, let's see if
Yeah,
this
I did hear him
issue.
briefly. Not now. He's gone now, but
Hey, Yops got him.
Okay.
Okay,
There
I
we
can
go.
hear you.
Okay.
I hear him.
Marco,
Here we
could
go.
you click that
Click on
link
Discord.
again?
Well, I still
Or
see. I see
and
him on
then-
Streamlabs. So I mean,
wait a
Yeah.
second.
we're trying to get him on Twitch and the actual. Okay, I see what you're doing.
Yeah,
Okay.
here we go. Sorry, that's on my end. Okay, we're good. We're back in business.
There we are.
Back in business. Apologize. It's also like being in China at the moment. It's like I have to climb the wall, the virtual wall.
Yeah. No. It is somewhat restricting out there in some cases to do things. But we were discussing the comic book, right? So there's utility behind the comic book. We're not trying to monetize without need, these are all things that like you were saying, build trust in your community and give them something to keep coming back, keep them engaged. It's great to hear. We even got a little bit of a snippet for the comic book. I saw it on Streamlabs when you were sharing it, but I don't know if we had that visual up on Twitch, Kruniak, so I'm not sure
I
if
didn't
that's
see
Let me
it.
see.
because I don't know if
Let
we
me
have
see if I can.
that window. This isn't that like a
Okay.
game stream thing? Yeah, they didn't see it on the actual streams.
No, that would be something.
Let me see
I would
if I can.
put that
No,
in like
Kruniak has to
that's-
add. Kruniak would have to add that little window into our stream lab
right.
deck,
I
so to
don't
speak.
have that kind of a thing ready, but we could absolutely put like a screenshot or something in the general chat and then delete it if you'd like. In the
Yeah,
Discord,
yeah, we could do that.
that would absolutely work.
I like the art style. That's all I'm gonna say. I was like, if that was meant to be a leak, then I'm gonna provide further enhypening by saying that art style and color,
Enhypening.
it was all really good.
Yeah. So talking about
liked it.
the comic book, it's the goal is to create a storyline where the members of our community will follow and then eventually create more engagement for the future. So a freely dropped for 100 people that will be selected. They will have the physical copy of the
Wow.
comic book, and then of course there will be different other version, other season of a comic book.
Right, because
This comic
as you said, this leads up to like the game, right? This is like leading up to the actual story of the game.
Yeah, yeah, correct. And I mean, we have material in the Bible to have like 6, 7, 8 season of the
Oh
sneakerheads.
my god!
It can
Wow.
be game, can be
Like
the
spin-off
comic book.
series. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, I can show you here. This is one of the interpretation of sneakerheads that was made by one of our artists. I don't know if you can see here.
Let me see. Oh, that's pretty cool, man.
It's like a bunny with a little evil bunny on the top. And this is my favorite sneaker. This is the Chicago Air Jordan off white.
Nice.
That's
So
awesome.
we have a lot of play around with the IP of sneakerheads, and we want to keep busy our community and our new community. So I saw a question in the chat, and maybe this could be the right time to answer the question of what is the difference between the OG community and the voxel community, because the
Yes.
game is upcoming. We want to extend the outreach to other people, of course, because the first collection was only 4,444. The OG will have always advantage in terms of the raffle participation to rewards and events.
Right.
The elders
And-
of the
And rightly so.
Vox-
This is
the elder of the voxel collection, they will be more projected into the gaming part. So
right.
it's important to understand that we offer 101 to the OG TSS holder. If you own 10 TSS OG, you can mint 10 TSS VX. So we again, it's not because we want to make money on our members that we're doing all this release. The TSS VX is to amplify our community.
Right.
So if you wanna have a TSS VX, just get one in the market. The one OG in the market right now, the floor is very low, so you can get one, and probably at the same price of minting a VX, you have an OG and a VX. So that's how how much
Right.
we don't really care about the monetization, because we care more about the building the community and engaging them in
Making
our
the experience.
journey. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
it. We want to have fun with our community, and we want to grow it. So the most important thing is being part of our community. No matter how you get into our community, buying one, having one for free, or minting one, you're always
Right.
once you're in, you're in.
Got
That's
it.
it.
Yeah. That's good. That's awesome. So I mean, let's see, because I mean we already started doing it, right? That was on schedule. Was going through community questions. So
Right. Let's yeah. Let's
I'm glad we
dig through a
naturally
little.
pivoted. So we're gonna dig and grab some from chat here. We've already started with some of them. Um, can I buy the VX only and still get utilities of OG? So for that, I imagine the answer to that would be, since they're separate, since we just had the answer from the other, they're separate NFTs by nature. The OG has, all of the raffle utility and all of the, I guess you would say, the core utilities, right? You're able to get some free comic book mints, things like that. Whereas the voxel NFT, the VX, will be specifically for the gaming experience, the sandbox experience, where you'll be able to interact with the sneakerheads via their game and be able to participate via the game. So is that correct, Marco?
That's pretty much correct. Let's say that the OG will have always additional benefits. So
Got it.
it's possible we open raffle also for the VX, but
Ah, okay.
the OG maybe will have physical raffle for sneakers. VX holders will have raffle for the digital version of the sneaker, because
Got it.
again we're talking about also digital. So because we have
True.
the possibility to connect the digital asset and the physical assets, we're also creating a new version of digital product that are in-game assets redeemable in this physical form. So just imagine you can wear your favorite sneaker into the game, and then when you have those sneakers in the game, you go faster. You have secret access to levels.
Right.
You can beat your enemy. That this is where we're spinning also on the gaming side, because again, the digital offering is important for getting that gap between the web 2 community and web 3 community. You give something that is physical, but you give a meaning also in the digital world, and that's why TSS is also a gateway to create this in-game digital assets adoption, and that's why with another one, that is the company that's make digital products, we're using TSS as the gateway for the digital experience. That's why we're interested in game. And I mean,
Got it.
if you're talking about game, the, the shoe is the most common asset that you can use in a game, because
Well, you need shoes.
right, you
I
need you need shoes.
don't, the Kruniak
Gotta go
Kruniak will
fast.
tell you that Kruniak will tell you, and I will as well, that wet slappy feet on cold stone doesn't sound good. It's not. It's just not
Oh
good.
my God.
That's in reference to a game called Dark and Darker. We're not gonna go there, but since we're all gamers by nature, you just know, if you're not wearing sneakers or shoes, you got wet slappy
Yeah,
feet and you're really
I'm
loud.
there with you, Freeman. I'm into that, but not in a weird
Yeah,
way.
I guess some people are. Yeah, well, yeah. There's Freeman. Yeah, some people are into wet slappy feet. So there's the thing.
Oh no.
To each their own. To that we say, to each their own. So let's see. What else we got? What other questions do we have? kind of digital NFT wearables and in-game items. So that's a question. So in-game items, right? Are there other cosmetic items? Are there going to be? Obviously, you mentioned like you can walk into the game right wearing an NFT of your sneakers. So
Yeah.
that begs the question, right? Is that expansive? Are there more types of NFTs that will fit into this sandbox game, perhaps from your partners, or maybe even other NFTs that come maybe from the sneakerhead society, much like the shirt? Like, will the shirt be minted? That special edition shirt, will that have an NFT made of it as well, even though it's a
That shirt,
physical? You
that
know, you
shirt
get what I'm
will
saying?
be an NFT. That shirt will be an
That's
NFT.
so sick.
Actually, if you scan the NFC in the shirt, you will redeem the NFT connected, and that NFT will be interoperable with Sandbox. But we're also doing another thing. So remember, I told you about the sneakers before, and
Right?
I love doing this because usually when you talk about Web3, there is everything is so like let's say vague and
Yeah, yeah.
digital, but we also have the physical shoes. So those
Oh
are the
my
shoes
god.
that we were giving away. This is the Decentraland model because it's interoperable. What we're doing is we're doing a colorway for Sandbox, and then we will have the N2E meta as a asset in the game that is wearable by the user. We only will have 1,000 digital assets. So for the first 1,000 users that complete the quest, they will have an enter one meta. For the first 100, they can redeem the physical one. So they can
Oh
interact
my
offline and
god.
online.
I
Those shoes are
can
pretty sick.
I can see some really great um like
Whoa.
I guess merch campaigns and things that you could absolutely fire up for all kinds of games that because a lot of games in their early stages, like during their marketing campaigns before release, want to do like digital collector boxes and things with merch and all of that stuff related to the upcoming game. And you could have partnerships with DSS to produce you know like in-game physical merch for collector's editions of things. Like it's such a good idea. Such a good idea. That's
Hmm.
so good.
Just think of having like a mushroom shop like the Super Mario
Oh
mushroom
my god.
where you buy it. And then just think having brands there that can sell their I'm pretty sure the Sandbox is thinking about that because it will be the major line of business. But for us, it will be like, okay, you can like have your own T-shirts and you can pick the brand, and eventually you can get it on offline. You can get the physical product. So not only wearing there in the gaming experience, but also wearing in real life. I guess that's the power of the blockchain technology that allow us with the NFT and all those on chain transaction that we can really create a bridge between the Web 2 and the Web 3.
I have a one last community question I want to squeeze in before we go into like just the closing commentary. Right, we're about 5 minutes out from the end of our AMA. Um, Low key ops has a question. Will OGs get the voxel equivalent of their OG, or will voxel character designs be random? So in other words, is there an art piece, an art VX for each of the OG NFTs, or is it all just going to be cool new random voxel NFT?
That will be that will be random. That will
Okay.
be random, but cannot say yet. But we have a news for like new outfit for the OG. Let's keep it at
Okay. Okay. So there's hope.
that.
There's hope for the OGs yet.
There is hope.
Alrighty. Well, I think that was an I think that was a phenomenal round of questions from the community. I thought our questions were pretty cool. That's just me.
Phenomenal round of
Uh,
answers as well.
I have
No,
one technical
that goes without
question.
saying. Oh, that's going for.
I have a bit of a technical background. So I started as an engineer. On the technical side of it, as far as these clothing, we talked about trust. And, a couple of my friends are really avid shoe collectors, and there's a lot of fake stuff that's out there. And, one of my friends, he's been collecting shoes for a long time. He can be walking down the street and be like, those are fake, that's fake. And he just starts pointing stuff out to me and starts explaining to me why and how he can tell that it's fake. But some of the fakes are getting really good where even an expert like him might not be able to tell. With that technology that you've got, when you say scanning it, um, is there any way that that can be copied, or how can you protect and ensure that the end user is getting when we're talking about the physical product, how do they know that they've got the actual real one that is authentic?
Well, of course, there is always a problem in authentication, and I would say, bottom line, there is no 100% safety on anything, because even though we have a very safe and secure way to keep the originality and authenticity, so essentially you embed the NFC chip. In the case, for example, of the shoe, the NFC chip is on the tongue. So if you do the scan of the tongue, uh, you will see that this NFC will bring you to the collection of the N2E meta collection page, and then it will give you the ID of the NFC. Now,
Okay.
is the NFC replicable? Of course, yes. Is duplicable? No. But in case the private key of the coding of the NFC on our side got hacked, someone can create his own collection that could go under our contract. So there is always a problem of, let's say, general security. But
Yeah.
overall, I would say, compared to what we have today, we are like way, way, way more secure, because we control the production. We do the embedding
Absolutely.
of the NFC. And if you try to take out the NFC, even if it's inside the tongue, if you try to to take out the NFC, uh, it will break, because it's a sticker. The NFC is a sticker that's, if once you pull it out, it doesn't work anymore. Plus, it's 101. So you have
Right.
the
Right.
NFC, but you have the NFT. And if you pair the NFC with the NFT and you don't have the NFT, then maybe you cannot get access to the rewards. So the advantage is where you actually have a double way to verify that product is real. That's why we want to keep the phygital components both in the digital
I,
asset and physical.
I hope that everyone understood what you said, but guys, just to put that in simple terms, this is about as secure as you can get it. It's nearly impossible to reduplicate and have a fake.
It's sort of the closest thing that
That's
you
very
could
good.
get
Yeah,
to
that's
having
that's
a sort of
awesome.
an
Yeah.
immutable ownership of a physical
Right.
object.
Yeah, the entire industry, every collector out there should be super excited about what he just said right there. That's probably the most valuable thing of everything that was just talked about. Thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you
Absolutely.
for
That's going to
asking the
change the
question.
industry. That's going to change it. Yeah. There's
It's
so many.
it, it's
There's people.
already changed. If you think like the Aura Consortium from Prada Foundation, they already have the NFC. They already have their own chain, and they have a company that produce the NFC. Now the point is, NFC itself, just for the authentication, it's great, but it's not enough.
It's not
I
right.
don't
I
think
agree.
it's not enough. What you have to do is like after sale, and then we're gonna get to a topic for another space probably. But
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
Sure. Well, we'll do this again. We'll have more to talk about
yeah,
next
yeah,
time we
yeah.
talk. Yeah.
But the engagement of the after sale is the most important thing. You buy something and then what? You are not interested to be connected to the brand. We are trying to bring the aspect of being a member of the brand. Brand rewards you
Right.
because you wear those clothing outside, and you give visibility to the brand, and I get rewarded. And then the brand get me engaged, and that's a win-win situation. But we can talk
Right.
about this maybe on a next
Well, I
space.
mean, I would say that's as good as a lighthearted, approach to Web3 philosophy as we're gonna get. That was a great closing statement, I would say. We got a tremendous amount of information out to the community. I do want to mention that we have a number of promotions going on right now. We have a Give Lab event in which you can support the Sneakerhead Society, as well as NFT to earn, and earn yourself a little portion of a nice prize pool. So definitely check that out. I believe we have links to that in our Discord. We would love to share some links as well into the Sneakerhead Society Discord as well, so that everyone can participate in that and have a share of that prize pool, as well as get some nice brand recognition out on
Some
both
whitelist
ends.
spots, all the stuff that we talked about. That's the way to
Right,
get it,
right.
guys.
Absolutely. And Sam, did
Yeah.
you want to say something about tournament that's meant to be upcoming? Do we
Yeah,
want to talk about
absolutely.
that,
I mean,
or?
definitely, guys, stay connected. We've got a tournament that's coming up. Sneakerheads is co-sponsoring that with us. There's going to be at least $300 in value in the prize pool for that. And the tournament's going to be, it looks like we're going to be going with a game called Albion Online, because that's the easiest game for everyone to play on multiple devices, and it's growing really fast. This is a way to kind of keep all the communities connected here. That way you guys are here and active as well. And then as these drops and new news comes from the sneakerheads, if you don't for some reason get it through their channels, their socials that you're connected to through the link that I just put there, will connect you to their Discord and their Twitter. We're going to make sure and re-communicate that information here as these important drops happen, so you guys don't miss out.
Right. Oh, well,
Alrighty.
appreciate that, Dr. Wynn. Sounds good. I think we're good to go ahead and close out. Kruniak, it's your show from here, brother. If you want to send us off, Marco, I want to thank you so much for your time. Likewise to you, Doc. Always glad to be on stream with you, sir. And
Yeah,
yeah,
thank you,
Kruniak,
Marco.
All right.
take
Well,
us away, brother.
I'll
Thanks, guys.
send us off with a brief apology for the technical difficulties and such and so on. I know I had a fuzzy transition in there somewhere where I was trying to fix some cameras, and we had some connection issues and stuff. We were a little late, but no worries. We got there in the end, and in the end, I think it was a great conversation. So we'll see you all next time, and I think we'll be back in the morning with the stream for those of you who are on here. So we'll see you then. Anyway. Bye, everybody.
Later, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.